Welcome back to Season 4 of the Alaska Mountaineers Teambuilder Dynasty here on the channel. Obviously, as you see, it is Bowl Week 3 and we have a bye. Spoiler alert, if you did not watch last episode, we did indeed lose to Oregon in Pasadena, California for the Rose Bowl in the quarterfinals. We lost by 7. Offense just couldn't find the end zone. Defense did great after giving up 3 touchdowns and 4 drives in the first half, and then they played pretty good in the fourth quarter and late in the third, but our offense just couldn't find the end zone. So we're here for the semis. We're gonna go ahead and sim this. We got Pitt, Oregon, Cincy, Alabama. My guess would be Oregon, Alabama in the final. So I'm gonna go ahead and just skip this, and we'll see what the finals are. This episode is basically gonna be just the bowl season here. I was correct, and the off season, and then maybe depending on how far we get and how long it is, maybe the preseason. I doubt it. I kind of just want to do recruiting and see how it goes from there. So hopefully, again, none of our staff left. They didn't. So hopefully they can stay for this one last year. They don't leave us too soon. But yep, Oregon and Alabama won by, let's see, Alabama won by 14 and Oregon won by 8. So not bad. I did hold them less than what Pitt did. That's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and see who our championship is going to be. I believe Oregon's already won. I don't know about Alabama, but let's see who our natty winner is. Oregon versus Alabama in the 2027 college football playoffs. And hey. So first off, we're 5th. We did have our pro potential go down as well as our conference prestige. Dang, the Mountain West took a big fall. But our coach prestige went up, so that's nice. And the winner is Oregon. Yeah, smoked them. Beat them by 17. 41-24. Oregon is your CFP champion. And there's your defensive and offensive player of the game. That guy is so good. As you know, if you watched our game, he crushed us. Again, staff moves. Nobody moves, I don't think, for us. Overall, who is getting hired where? A lot of coaches are getting hired. So it's going to be interesting. UCF, who made the playoffs, fired their head coach, or at least maybe went and got a different job. But that is going to be the end of the 2027 season, the season 4, and I believe that is all we care about. I've gone over award winners, I've gone over everything else, so I guess, let's go ahead and check stats. I'm gonna go through, see if anything's big, and then we'll go ahead and sim to the next week. So in the Mountain West, we were 2nd in total offense, 1st in passing, first in passing and 4th in rushing attack. We were 2nd in points per game to the team we lost to. Same amount of passing touchdowns, 1 more rushing touchdown, a lot more first downs. Our defense gave up the most total yards, holy cow, the most passing yards, but the least amount of rushing yards. We also gave up the 4th least points. 40 sacks on the season, absolutely crazy. 33 interceptions, that might be up there with the nation's highest. Yeah, not even close. We had 12 more interceptions than the next. That's insane. And sacks, we were in the bottom half of it. And obviously everything else, we were 2nd in rush for the total year, 2nd most in passing among the nation. That's actually insane. Conversion rate, I think we had a pretty good conversion rate. 1st and 3rd down percentage. We had 4th down percentage, I believe. We're going to be 3rd. Not bad. UNLV always beats us out. We went for 2 points and did not get them. Red zone efficiency, I think we're semi-decent. Not in the top half, it looks like. We did get 50 red zone defensive trips. And how did they do? Not too bad, 54%. So, pretty mid red zone. I don't think we had any penalties. Yeah, 10 penalties on the season. We are pretty, disciplined when it comes to that. Hey, we did very good on turnovers this year, I will say, on the offensive side of the ball. We only gave up, let's go back to the differential. We only gave up 14 total giveaways, 12 of those being interceptions, which is way better than the last 3 seasons we had. We only had 2 fumbles with the 35 takeaways. That puts us at 2nd in the differential behind Penn State, who is usually really good at defense, so that makes a lot of sense. Now, some of our stats for the season, obviously almost had 4,000 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He had a long of 67, 33 sacks. We got to cut that number at least in half. That's so many sacks we taking. It's insane. Young Jr. was our leading rusher, although next year it will be Bergman because I'm moving him back to wide receiver. Bergman had 8 touchdowns, 3 for Young Jr., 2 for Milstead. And on the receiving side of the ball, Javon Moore was the player of the year for us, definitely on the receiving side. Peaks almost had 1,000 yards as well. They both played great. 12 touchdowns for Moore, 4 for Peaks, 10 for Carlisle, 2 for Young Jr., Siegel, Bergman, as well as Wiley gets in there on 1. So not bad at all. On the defense side of the ball, We had some crazy sack numbers, as you saw already. 14 for Laney, 11 for Gates, 9.5 for Brew. Absolutely insane. And leading total tackles, Beware, Alexander, wow, the cornerback, Flowers, as well as Clay in the top 4. Interceptions, obviously, Alexander. Holland was 6. He had a couple pick sixes as well. And if we go over here, yeah, Alexander had 4, 6, or 3 for Holland. Stovall had 1, and then Beware also had 1 on touchdowns on defense, which is crazy. The amount of interceptions we had, absolutely nuts. Love to see that. And no one cares about kicking. Sorry, we are for the brand, but our kicker was not that good this year. Let's go ahead and sim to the off season, or I guess the postseason, and see how it goes. Pro potential still a C. Cooker is at risk of leaving for some reason for pro potential. I don't think anyone's gonna get drafted this year, but let's go ahead and maybe we will. I don't know. We had some decent players, so let's see how it looks. Transfer portal, no! Oh, dude, he's literally our second back because I'm moving Young Jr. over. It would be Bergman, Cooker, and then Milstead. Oh, we got to convince this guy somehow. Please, please, please. Oh, man. Okay, we really need a halfback in the transfer portal then. Doesn't look like anyone is going to be getting drafted, but obviously I went over who was leaving our last video, so I'm not going to go over it like too profoundly. But, you know, Brew's gone. That takes a hit. Peaks, Javon Moore, big one. Bloom, Mills, Flowers is gone. Underwood was a backup. A lot of our backups on the defense side of the ball are leaving. And then we had a couple, you know, offensive linemen leaving. But we have people to fill their position, so I'm not too worried about them. But I'm just upset we couldn't get Cooker to stay. I'm going to see. I don't think I have any upgrades I could use. We still haven't signed those 2 top 5 recruiting classes, so I can't put them in there. I'd love to start getting, you know, extra hours spent and just things we need on the other side of the ball, but we can't get that top 5 recruiting class. We've always been so close. I think we've been top 10 a couple of times, and I don't know what we are this season, but I guess we'll find out right now when we sim this week and it goes to off-season recruiting. So draft results, maybe someone got picked up in the 7th by the Patriots. No one got drafted, so nothing to go there, but we do have transfer portal and the final 4 weeks of recruiting here. So obviously right now we're sitting at like 20th, I think, 25th. Nope, 19th. We have 11 4-stars, 2 3-stars. So transfer, please be good to us. Oh, I see a lot. Oh, I see a lot of low stars. Oh man, I'm not looking for the Max Crosbys. I'm looking for the 4 and 5 stars. Any 5-star transfers this season? Nope. 4-star though. Go ahead and sort by interest. So we have a chance at 3. 1 being a safety, 1 being quarterback, 1 being a right guard, which would be good. So hopefully we can pull these guys up. And they're all leaving from the ACC, the Big Ten, and the CUSA? I actually don't know where East Carolina plays. Their baseball school. But we're going to try to get them. And then 3 stars. Let's just go ahead and look and see what we're looking at here. Only 1. It's being a right tackle. I'll scout him, see. We do have 900 hours, so maybe he'll be good. And he's a gem. Who knows? 2 stars. I mean, we're probably not going to grab any, but as a shame we don't have many 3 or 4 stars trying to transfer. I do need a running back, though. He has a power back, and he is a freshman. He could develop. I will look at him and see what he can turn into. All right, went ahead and added some more people also from the prospect list, not just the transfer portal. So first off, let's see. I gotta figure out how many times I can actually scout these guys. Let's do all the 3 stars that we got. We're gonna go ahead and scout them because they're gonna matter a little bit more on if they're bust or not. 4 stars if they're bust, it's kind of still okay. They could still be pretty bad, but we want these guys to be good, natural, good strength, good everything. So this guy we will keep. I'm gonna go ahead through everyone, and then I'll see you guys and we'll do a recap in a minute. Well, you guys will see it in like 10 seconds. Hey, gem punter. We don't really need a punter. I think our punter is still only a junior. No, he's actually a sophomore. But if we can redshirt this guy, then he could just... that's one less thing we have to worry about in the upcoming seasons. And then we also have that freshman kicker. So if the freshman kicker is worse than this punter, we can always swap him. So we have the hours. I'm going to go ahead and take him. The animation came up again for some reason. But a 93 kick power, 74 accuracy for punter. Pretty good. So I'm going to take this guy. Ooh, gem power back as well. I got some decision making because we also have that 2-star transfer who didn't look half bad, and now we also have these 2 guys. So I got to kind of pick and choose here. I don't want all 3, so we do still have plenty of hours. So I do get to scout these 4-star transfers. Hopefully we can get a gem in here. That guy's got pocket shield silvers. That's pretty good. And blanket coverage, house call. Wow, 99 change of direction, 97 speed, 92 man. Oh my goodness, 84 catching. Dude, this this is a guy for sure. We definitely need to make sure we can steal. All right, I got 80 hours and all these guys scheduled for week 2. 75 on the right tackle transfer, who's the 3-star. Got the halfback transfer, got 75 on him. Can't schedule him to visit yet. And then we got the players we added down here, 75, 50, 50. Kind of making a decision between these two. I don't really know. I think the 2-star running back might be better. It's going to be interesting how their overalls play out because he's a 2-star transfer, meaning he's a bad transfer, but he might have been a good recruit in general. But let's go ahead and sim this first week, see where we're at with everyone, and hopefully... Ooh, draft. Oh, I already looked at draft results. I got excited. And then hopefully we can get all 3 of those 4-star transfers because that would be big for our defense at cornerback and safety. And we are now first for everyone else, but I don't see the 4 stars. Hopefully we didn't slip too far down. Let's see. First, and first. Okay, so we just need to get these guys. Hopefully we can start hard selling here soon. 1 out of 2 and 0. So I mean, I can kind of, let's see if I can make an educated guess on what this guy's going to be. I cannot. Maybe conference championship. I'm not too sure. I think I'm going to leave him for another week just because he's on a visit. And then obviously bumped up first for that guy, still first for that guy, and we are bumped up first for these guys. So I just got to debate, do I need them though? Because I won't be able to cut them. All right, let's sim week 2 and see what week 3 looks like. Maybe we got those 4 stars already. Maybe the punter. We did get the 4-star right guard, got the 4-star cornerback, got the 4-star strong safety as well. Got the 3-star right tackle. All transfers coming in, as well as the 2-star halfback transfers already committing. So not too shabby. Still first on everyone else. I think I'm going to keep all 3 running backs because I'm going to move Young Jr. over. I could always cut Isaacs, I believe. He is a receiving back. And receiving backs are just kind of like, you know, they're hit or miss, really. Obviously, Bergman's a receiving back, but he runs the ball great. Young Jr.'s a receiving back, and he runs the ball okay. So it's very interesting. But so far, class is looking nice. See if I can hard sell these guys, which I can now. So we're going to do that, sim to week 4, and see what it goes into. I will say we should not be getting this guy because our conference prestige is C-, our play style for him is C+, and our proximity to home is an F. So it is really bad, but just no one else wants him because they already have punters. So I think we're going to be able to sneak this guy and get him, so that's pretty good. And he doesn't have like anything in particular that he's looking for, as is like... oh my gosh, I literally did this last season too in the offseason, as his like why he's going to leave, why he's going to transfer, his risk of transferring, I guess. So right now we jumped up to 17th in the recruiting class. So let's go ahead and sim this week 3, see if we move up any after we get these 3 stars. We might get the punter this week. I don't think we're going to get maybe one halfback. I don't know about the other one. So let's see what it entails. We didn't get any of them, but they are both top 3 and we're both first for them, and they both have no offers. So looking pretty good for us right now. All right, sim the last week here of off-season recruiting, and again, looking for the punter, at least one of the 2 halfbacks. We might get them both. Did indeed get the punter. Got one halfback, and we didn't get the other one. I wonder if he went to Michigan or where he'd end up going. We already maxed levels, so nothing we can do there. National Signing Day. See what this looks like. Where did he end up going? He did end up going to... Oh, it just didn't come up. We did indeed get Mo Body. He is the guy we were looking for. So we did end up getting both halfbacks. So obviously 1 gem, 1 non-gem elusive back. And our top class finishes at top 15? 16. We're always in the top 20. I think our best class has been like 10 or 9. Getting that top 5 is so hard. But I mean, I think we had the best Mountain West recruiting class easily by far. So UNLV had a bad one, 17 2-stars. So they were, you know, obviously they're 12th. They beat us in the conference championships. They're the team to play. So let's go ahead and do my position changes, and I will see you guys in 1 second. So Young Jr. is an 88 halfback, but if I move him to wide receiver, he's only 7th. I could make him a tight end, 6'4", 200 tight end. Ooh, vertical threat too. I don't know what to do. Dang, he's way better overall at halfback, but he's not a good halfback. I mean, he was all right. I mean, I am really talking down. He almost had 1,000 yards rushing, but still, like, he just doesn't find the end zone. That's the problem. Like, he can get open in space, but I don't know. Maybe we do just keep him. Tell me why the halfback athlete we got, the Ben Heath right here, 61 overall, he is a better right end or linebacker than he is halfback. That's actually insane. I guess we did not need to recruit him at all. Oh my gosh. So for these athletes, I'm just going to let the game put them where they're supposed to go. If we just sim, it just puts them in their, I believe, their best possible positions. Not quite sure, but hopefully it's like that. Let's go ahead and sim from National Signing Day. I did my position changes. And now this should be off-season training boost. 58,000 XP. Oh my goodness, only if it mattered. That's a lot of XP. So let's good training results, please. Frost takes the starting job. Diaz actually falls down to 3rd. Wow. Frost comes back, takes the starting job. Senior, 82 overall on the right-hand side of the screen with the boost. He's 85. Mustard jumps up to 78, and then Diaz stays at 78, although he does have platinum pull down, and I believe that is bronze extender and mobile deadeye. So our quarterback class, not half bad. We'll see if I want to play with Frost this year, or maybe if I want to give Mastrud a chance. Our overall jumped up 88, 87, 89 defense. I went ahead and kept Young Jr. At halfback, because if I changed him, he was not getting good anywhere else. Like, he was going to be the 79 overall vertical threat, but now he's a 9 overall halfback, so I'm going to keep him here. He can play with Bergman, a little 2-back set. Bergman also got sidekick as his physical attributes. That's nice. Isaac jumps up a lot to 76. That's good, because they were all like 60s. I was really worried that this was going to be bad. Milstead jumped up as well as Morse. So not half bad. He did end up being kind of better than I thought. 71 with the boost, 69 overall. So that's not bad. Still got Cooker, the lead blocker. We only have 5 wide receivers this year, so we're going to have to be very, very careful on not only injuries, but as well as recruiting this year. I couldn't find anyone in like our athletes or any of our wide receivers or tight ends to go play wide receiver. They were all horrible. So this is what we have. We have 2 seniors in Carlisle and Bell, and we only have 5 deep. So we're it's going to be interesting. We run a lot of RPOs anyway, so it shouldn't be too bad. They don't take a lot of wear and tear. But taking those big hits with Peaks and Javon Moore, as well as like Lily, or not Lily, who else left? Oh my gosh, someone else left. With all them leaving, it's very bad. So now it's all up to Carlisle, Bell, McMillan, Boise, as well as Lily. So I mean, they're good overall. 76, 78, 81, 84, and then 86 is Carlisle. So they're all. We just got to recruit heavy. Stacy jumps up to a 78. Nice. He takes a starting job back from Siegel, took it from him last year. And our O-line is looking pretty good. I would say they're all above an 80. Even got a 90. 81 here, 91 with the boost. And Rogers, he's been phenomenal since his freshman season, I'm pretty sure. And then not half bad all around, as you can see. Now, Dunbar McGee jumps up to 85. That's nice. Hargrove is there, as well as Boone. Decker the 4th. Barry on the right side, D tackles, Samuels, Scats, as well as Wiener. Not bad at all. Everyone's looking good. Defense side of the ball, Laney as well. O'Dwyer loses his spot, but that's fine. Bramble came in. Beware still our starting middle linebacker, only a sophomore. He's up to 82. Greenwood Jr., Bettis, Gates, big boost up to 84, as well as Hartley. I moved over here, he's 78. Cornerbacks, Alexander jumps up 86. Hollins an 84. Sills is now a 78. Godfrey is now our 4th best, but still 78. Still an absolute DB lockdown. Got Stovall, is probably, I think, like one of the worst on our team, but man, he is still so good. 75, 72 for Roger Jr. McKinley jumps up and beats Clay, and now he's 76. And then Lincoln jumps up to 84. Barnhart, that's good. He's a 70 now. He was a 65, so I was worried, but that training boost helped a lot. O'Connor up to a 73. So all roster, good boost. 88 overall, 87, and then 89 defense. Go ahead and sim to the next week. So now we are in the official off season. Gotta, encourage transfers, and then we're not gonna do custom conferences. I gotta cut 6 people. Ooh, okay. So let me go ahead and go through all this. Cutting people is always so hard. That was such a hard decision. Man. And the fact that you can't cut freshmen, it's like, bro, if we give you a scholarship, but then you're bad, we can surely take it away and kick you off the team. But it is what it is. Go ahead and sim the off season. So far, so good. This is probably gonna be the last week in this episode. I don't know how long this episode is because I did a lot of not talking during it. So I know it's not 45 minutes of everything. Oh, and it's preseason, so perfect. This is exactly where we can end. So I do want to check how many prospects does it look like we're gonna have. So far, looks good. Looks good. Any 5 stars interested? 1, 3. Okay. Could this be the year? Any scramble quarterback? Of course, there's 2 quarterbacks. 5 stars that want us, so I'm gonna have to split and then try to get. But we could get the #1 player in the country, which would be crazy. Cornerback, pretty nice. We don't need any But maybe he's good enough we can put him at safety or something if we need to. 4 stars. How is that looking? Not too bad. I wish there was more and they weren't so, like, we weren't so high on their interest. But a lot of 8, 9s, and 10s here. Another Stacy, wow. But we do have a wide receiver here, a halfback, another halfback, and a middle linebacker. So a couple middle linebackers. So definitely some things we could need and use. 3 stars, any, possibly a couple, halfback, and a physical, possibly wide receiver, maybe tight end. Not too sure. 6'3", 198. Don't really know. Probably wide receiver. So decent recruiting class possibilities here. 5 stars, 4 stars, and a couple 3 stars. We wouldn't get any 2 stars, but just check. So we're gonna have to see what we could do. But that's all gonna be in the next episode. I gotta get up out of here. I have some errands and practice to get to and run. So we are 15 in the preseason polls. We fell quite a lot from being 5. So here is the top 25 of the preseason so far. Pitt 1, Alabama 2. They're sharing media votes. Alabama's actually getting more media votes as well as more coaches votes. Oregon 3, Michigan, Penn State, Miami, Utah, Notre Dame, UCF with a new head coach after the other one left. Tennessee, Duke, Cincy, Maryland, USC 14, and Alaska 15. A&M 16, Oklahoma 17. UT Horns down 18, and UAB sneaks in at 21. Not bad. So it's going to be interesting. That is for sure. We're at 15th. I think this is the highest we started in the preseason, so that's pretty cool. Check All-Americans. I think I have a few on defense. No first team All-American. Second team, none. Wow, okay. What about Mountain West? Any there? Surely. Yeah, basically Frost, although he didn't play last season. Young Junior, Carlisle, Bell, our whole O-line almost, a lot of our defense, and then for second team, Diaz. Literally, we have 2 of the best quarterbacks in the Mountain West is what it's saying, as well as halfbacks. All our wide receivers basically made it, I believe. I think we're only missing Lively. And Stacy's there, more of our O-line, some D-line, Holland. And so not bad at all. A lot like we're supposed to win the Mountain West. That is what it is saying. So hopefully it stays that way. I'm going to assume it's got us at the top winning it. And we are projected with the Mountain West, UNLV behind us, and they're not even ranked anymore. They also took a big blunder. They're only 81 overall. We are by far the highest overall. And 89, 89, 90. Wow, we hit our first 90. I didn't even see that. After the training thing, I didn't look at it. And we are, I think this is the year, boys. We don't have any wide receivers, which scares me. We only have 5. But I do indeed think this might be the year for a deep playoff run. At least a conference championship to get our first one in our name. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up out here. I gotta go get ready. But I will see you guys next episode when we do the preseason and week 0. Probably not week 1, unless we schedule a week 0 game. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see what the future entails. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out here. Goodbye.